Congrats, managers. We made it through a whole regular season. That's 82 games per team and 48 game weeks on Sorare NBA. Well done. Now it's time for the playoffs. And in this episode, we'll look at the cost of the limited cards for the 5 starters of all 20 NBA playoff and play-in teams. I've got it all dialed in on a nice spreadsheet for you. And of course, we'll look at the advanced analytics spreadsheet from our guy David at Smart Data. We'll use that for some comparisons and some final decisions. This is the weekly episode on Sorare NBA. Let's go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Eric, and this is NFTY Sports. I wanted to say thank you for rocking with me all NBA season long. My plan for the playoffs is to put out one video per round. If you haven't subscribed yet, help me out by doing that now. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to hang out during the week and talk Sorare and NBA, join the free Discord. The link for that is in the description of the video. All right, let's zoom in. Okay, you guys, let's get into this thing. First off, really briefly, the NBA playoff format. I'm going to this little box down in the right-hand corner, and most of you probably already know this. So like I said, I'm going to keep it very brief, but the game weeks are structured in a week-by-week basis. So a full week, Monday through Sunday. First game week, April 11th through April 16th. It includes play-in tournament games as well as some of the first-round games. It's just the first game of those first round games. So it's been a little weird creating that roster, but this is how it's going to be structured. Like I said, I'm going to do one video per round. I'll do a first round, conference semifinals, conference finals, and then an NBA finals video. That is 4 Sorare videos. All the details will be right here. For the sake of this video, we're going to look at the prices on the limited cards. The playoff bracket is set. Releasing this video on Tuesday. Initially wanted to do it earlier, but thought it made more sense to wait until the play-in was set, and then did not get to it yesterday. So some of these teams will have 2 games to play for. You can play that route if you'd like. So here's the spreadsheet right here. I'm going to do one comparison for each conference. The comparison that I will do for the Eastern Conference is going to be Michael Bridges and Brook Lopez. And the comparison that I do for the Western Conference right here, we're going to do CP3 and Westbrook. 2 guys that are matching up against each other in the first round. Thought it made most sense to do it that way. So I did the starters on each team. This yellow column is from the initial video that I did on this. Just thought it'd be interesting to track it with what it was a couple weeks ago and the current L10. So Giannis's L10 went up from 46 to 54. Cost of the card went up from 216 to 227. People with Giannis, nice advantage into the playoffs. Then we'll just go by currents. Drew at 38 with a current cost of $33. Allen L10 of 18 with the current cost of 14. That might be some really good value there, being able to fit that into a lineup. I know he is out right now with an ankle, I believe, but should be back for the second round or even in the first round potentially. So Middleton's 33, cost of 38. Lopez 34 with a cost of 24, and Ingles in there 17 with the cost of 7. So guys, injuries going into this playoff round, you're going to be wanting to be careful this week. Here are the Celtics. Just some highlights here. Tatum, 167. Jaylen Brown, 65. Slide down to the 3 seed. Embiid is 176. Harden, 54. Maxey, not too bad at 27. And Tobias Harris, also not too bad at 13. PJ Tucker is cheap, but he's had some rough games in Sorare, playing a lot of minutes, not scoring hardly any points. So definitely would be careful on that. In New York, the Knicks, Brunson, $23. Julius Randle, $28. And then some other options there around and under 10. Brooklyn matching up against the Sixers. Bridges, cost of 26 with an L10 of 41. And then everyone else hovering around the $15 to $10 range. Dorian Finney-Smith at 7. We'll see how he does against the Sixers. Don't think these guys are making it out of the round. You don't know. Never know how that goes. Claxton is a guy that I like long-term at $15. Not too bad. These cards definitely are going to go on sale during the off season when there's no utility. We saw that big time for Sorare MLB. Probably will be the same thing for NBA, which is why I'll be monitoring and making some scoops for long term to add to my gallery and come out with a strong performance next year. The Knicks opponent right here, the Cavs, Donovan's at $69, Jarrett Allen 15, Evan Mobley 28, Garland at 24. Okoro could be coming back off that injury too, $6 right there. These are the new guys down at the bottom, okay? The 4 play-in teams. We have not gone over these on the channel yet. So Tyler Hero, 16, Jimmy Butler, 25, Bam, 18. Max Strus, 7. Gabe Vincent, 6. So some value in the Miami Heat right there. But remember, they are playing in. Trae Young at 36, DeJounte at 18. Capella also at 18, and then 2 guys under 10 right there, Hunter and Collins. The Raptors are the 9, Fred VanVleet 18, OG 12, Barnes 15, Siakam $26, and Jakob 10. If you're going to be buying right now, like I said, values are going to go down. So it doesn't hurt to get some value out of the playoffs, get some utility out of the playoffs. If you plan on sitting on this long term, just hold these through the dip. Let me know what you're doing down in the comments. And the 10 seed Bulls, Pat Bev, Caruso, Levine, who's been great for me this year, still have his card, $14, DeRozan 15, and Vooch 12. Here's the comparison that we got for Bridges and Brook Lopez. 35 fantasy points a game for Bridges, 33.8 for Brook Lopez. Brook Lopez, 1.12 per minute. Bridges, 0.99 per minute. So defensive stats on the defensive end, we got Brook Lopez. I would rather have Brook Lopez just for the longevity of the Bucks in the playoffs. So these are similar prices. If it were me, I would go Brook Lopez and sit on that for as long as possible. Keep him in that starting lineup. And here are the charts, L10, L5 comparing. Got kind of crazy towards the end of the season. So L10, L5 comparisons could be kind of wonky right now, but this fantasy points per minute chart shows you what they're able to sustain across the season. And I really like the data on that. Let's move to the Western Conference. Again, L10 right here. The ones in yellow are the ones from my last video. So it kind of just shows the trend as to where they have gone since we last talked about them. We'll run through these real quick, and then we'll get into that comparison between CP3 and Russ. Jokic, last 10 of 58, crazy. 194 cost on that. Jamal Murray's $26. Aaron Gordon and MPJ right around 20. KCP at 13. For the Grizz, we got Ja, 92. Des Bane, 22. Brooks, 12. Jaren Jackson Jr. at 44. And Tillman at 10. Here are the Kings. They'll be matching up with the Warriors. De'Aaron Fox at $36. Sabonis at 45. Herder, Murray, Barnes in there at 9. If not too bad of value right in here, the 14, 17, and $9 for those starters. The Suns, CP3, 17. Booker, 86. That thing has climbed. I bought this low, sold it high, then it came back down. Same with Kevin Durant for me. Bought it low, sold it high type of deal. So KD's at 82, Ayton's at 21, Okogie 11. They will match up right here against the Clippers. Russ, $14, Kawhi 46, Batum, Gordon at $4, and Zubac at 10. If you think the Clippers can upset the Suns, you could take some risk right here. Some decent value right there. These guys will be getting a lot of minutes. And if not, maybe you buy them for $4 and play them for the first round, then retire them in round 2. You'll at least get 2 game weeks out of them. All right, the Dubs. Steph, 93, Clay, 23, Dante and Kuminga, 13, Draymond, 12, and Looney, 10. So, again, you think the Warriors are going to make a deep run. It's not too bad of value right in there, especially if you're going to be playing. Look at the L10s, 21, 25, 28, 28. Especially if you're going to be playing in the contender competitions instead of the champion, or even as a final piece to your champion competition. So Warriors is a good team to take a look at. And then all the new guys down here at the bottom: D'Lo, Reeves, LeBron, Vanderbilt, and AD. LeBron 74, AD 113, and the other guys right around 14. So the starters on the Lakers, maybe they go in there, they get that first win, could take on the Grizzlies, pull off an upset. We'll see. Here are the T-Wolves. Don't know what the news on Gobert is. He's down there at $9. Kyle Anderson at 8, Conley 5. But the guy that you're going to want, Ant and Towns in there at 42. Remember, playing team, a little bit more risk there. We'll see how or if they can put together a run and get in. Not too sure about that. The Pelicans down here, CJ and Trey Murphy III, $11. Jones and Valanciunas in there at 9 and 8 with Ingram at 22. So this might be a one if you want to speculate on, maybe they can pull something off. Don't know if that's going to be in the cards this year, but if they can get in and you can get some value out of these guys in the first round, then there's potential there. The Thunder, SGA 71, Giddey 15, Dort 7, Jalen Williams with an EN at 15, Jalen with an IN at 5. Okay, here's the comparison between Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook. Who would you go with? Chris Paul would be my choice. Obviously, again, I think the Suns are going to take care of the Clippers in the first round, which is crazy. My initial preseason and even kind of mid-season predictions for the NBA Finals were the Bucks and the Clippers. Unfortunately, Paul George getting hurt, a lot of stuff going on over there. They're never really able to click. So I think the Suns are going to take this round. Fantasy points per game for Chris Paul. He's had some good games this year, you guys. 35.9. Russ, 32.8 points per game. Pretty much right at the same fantasy points per minute. So they're producing at the same amount per minute. Russ has double the turnovers as CP3. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Again, I like looking at the fantasy points per minute chart, and they are pretty stable on those. So give me CP3. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the NBA playoffs, who you're starting, who you have going pretty deep. Just drop a comment down there. All right, and here's the lineup that I went with. I thought it was really weird how a lot of these guys are showing no game. For example, if you go down here, Tatum shows no game. He's playing on the 15th, so I don't know why that is showing up that way. Maybe it's because they don't have opponent yet. Maybe, I don't know. If I find out any info on this, it is before lock on Tuesday. I have a couple feelers out there. One of my sources, shout out Gnome, said that you could still play them. They might just not be scheduled yet. So what I'm doing is the only guys that I have like that are these last three right here. I'm keeping it safe with the first two, Booker and Embiid, and then got Robert Williams, John Morant, Pat Connaughton. There we go. It says you're joined. It takes you to this nice playoff page here where you can go in and enter all of your contests. Remember, not only are they scoring this per week and giving out prizes, they're also scoring this as a tournament style throughout the entire NBA playoffs. So going back to right here, there are 8 game weeks going down. And once you get a score, scoring is normal, right? So they're still taking the top score per game week and then adding that up to your final score, just like any normal scoring would be, aside from the fact that it's on a 7-day schedule instead of a 3 or 4-day game week. But then at the end, they tally all of your final scores for each of those 8 weeks, and that is the tournament. Pretty fun how they do that. All right, there you have it, everybody. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope you enjoyed it and got value out of this. Remember, for the NBA playoffs, I'll be doing 1 video per round, so make sure to follow along for those. Join us in the free Discord if you want to chat Sorare or NBA throughout the week. I'll see you on the next video soon.